Hey guys, happy Sunday. Here we are again then with another great quote for this week. One of my favorites, you won't be surprised to hear. But before we get into that, let me just say thank you so much for being a part of Speaking 360. We appreciate you more than you know, and we're very grateful that you've chosen to be here. I hope you're getting some value from this series. And if you are, why not share with someone and encourage them to sign up as well? Someone you know that might benefit from this. That would be great. Thank you very much in advance. At Speaking 360, we believe that the audience should be at the heart of all attempts at influence, all communication efforts, because it's all about the audience, really. And if we could just focus on how we can help them, if we can focus on the value we can bring to the audience, if we can focus on the service that we can provide to them, instead of thinking, what can they do for us? We're asking, what can we do for them? How can we provide service to them? How can we value them? Then everything begins to get easier. Everything begins to take care of itself. This week, in light of that, in pursuit of that, a great quote from Jim Rohn. He said, a few acts of self-discipline, practiced daily over a reasonable period of time, is the secret, the formula for success. So a few acts of self-discipline practiced daily over a reasonable period of time is the formula for success. Now, a few acts of self-discipline, that sounds easy. Practice daily, Every day? Yes, every day. Over a reasonable period of time? Well, what do you mean reasonable? This is where we very often fall down, don't we? Susan and I are doing keto at the moment. We're about 3 or 4 weeks in. It's going quite well, but sometimes you just feel like, I've got no energy, and so, I'll starve myself practically. I'll eat just the right things. I feel my legs feel dead. I can't walk around. I get up the next morning all excited and weigh myself. And it's exactly the same as it was the day before. Nothing's changed at all. And then other times I'll feel really tired and I'll just be like, just blow the keto diet out the window. And then the next morning I'm like, oh no, it's time to pay the fiddler. And then you get on the scales and it's exactly the same as it was before. Nothing's happened. You think, well, what's the point? Nothing I do makes any difference. But if I starve myself, it stays the same. If I go completely over the top, fall off the wagon, then it stays the same as well. And that would appear to be the case, wouldn't it, from one day to the next? But look at what he's saying. A few acts of self-discipline, practice daily. You do that every day. And it makes a difference, one way or the other, up or down. It doesn't matter which way. If you're providing, if you're like using my example, if you're living as you should, eating what you should, then over a reasonable period of time, it makes a difference. If you eat whatever you like over a reasonable period of time, it makes a big difference, doesn't it? So genius, really. A few acts of self-discipline, practice daily over a reasonable period of time. Anyone can do this, can't they? What might those acts of self-discipline be when it comes to speaking? Well, I think if you treasure the audience's time, every precious second of the audience's time, then you're going to try and do the very best you can. And so those few acts of self-discipline might be collecting interesting stories, interesting ideas, anything interesting that happens to you. As you go through your life, you notice something that, oh, that's funny, or that's interesting, or that's scary, or that's shocking, or what are the chances of that? Then you write it down. That might be the act of self-discipline that makes a difference. Writing it down, collecting it. Not judging how you're going to use it, but just collecting it. Then you've got the option of deciding whether you're going to work on it later. But if you don't write it down, you'll probably forget it. It might be gone for years, and then you'll never know. So how easy is that? Just as interesting things happen to you, write them down. Then when you've got the opportunity to speak, you're not sort of thinking, how do I write an interesting speech for these people tomorrow? So I can sell my stuff. No, you're going to your treasure chest of story ideas, of interesting things that you've collected, and you're saying, oh, I wonder if I could use this. I wonder if I could use this. And the more you do that, the better your best bits will be. That's how you get the consistency. Then when you've got the opportunity to speak, the first thing you're doing is going through all your best bits that you know gets the job done. And you're saying, can I use this here for this audience? Could I use this for this audience? That's how you deliver value to the audience consistently, whether you feel like it or not. No matter what's happening in your life, it doesn't matter. You can do it because you've done the work proactively, and you've done that because you value the audience and you want to give the audience your very best. So just a few acts of self-discipline, practice daily over a reasonable period of time, and with very little thought, I think you can come up with some great steps like that anyone can do. Easy to do, actually, but also, as Jim Rohn said, easy not to do. That's it for this week. I hope that's helpful. Don't forget, if you got some value from this, then share it with a friend. That would be great. Thank you. And we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye. God bless.